Now, with my new understanding of how the law of attraction worked, I need to start putting that into practice. One of the ways I did this was starting to look for inspiration and opportunities wherever I can find them. One of the first opportunities I had was actually to start choreographing for Cirque du Soleil. Hanging out backstage, our nanny character was trying to come up with a new way to tell a story on how much she loved the twins in the show. During that time, she was only given a fan to be able to do something with it, and not being a dancer, but primarily an actress, she didn't really know what to do. I said, well, there's a magic trick you can do with that. She said, really? Show me. I then grabbed her fan and said, what if you do something like 1, 2, 3? How did you do that? When I showed her, she saw how simple it was, but there were some other veteran performers around who said that that's cool, but it's too small to play in a big arena. I say, of course, but one way to be able to make it play big is to get the other performers to act along with it. The nanny immediately came to me and she says, Rudy, would you help me with this? I said, absolutely. So for weeks at a time, we would go to the rehearsal studio and other performers would join us, and I would start telling them the way that they should act and the way they should do it. The act got approved, and the producers came to me thanking me for all of my hard work. During that time, I was actually then asked to start using some of the techniques that I did for my hand shadows to teach some of the new twins or some of the new jesters. Helping a large company like Cirque du Soleil come up with the new routine was actually very inspiring for me because I've been inspired by Cirque du Soleil for many years. As a matter of fact, many new skills that I develop usually come from the inspiration of a Cirque du Soleil show. Developing more skills and gaining more confidence, well, the one thing that I was really insecure about was my reading. So I decided to go out for an acting role and actually got one of the lead villain roles. For many months, I rehearsed and practiced my reading and got to work on stage and put together a performance that, to be honest with you, a few years earlier, that role would have been pretty much impossible. Now that I was starting to have some success, I didn't want to just work backstage and on stage at separate times. I wanted to perform on stage full time. But with the comfort of the money that's coming in and insurance and all of the things that come along with full-time employment, well, I was going to have to take a leap of faith if I ever wanted to perform full time. Well, friends, thank you once again for joining me. I do appreciate all the fun comments that you guys have been having for me about enjoying this series. If you have been enjoying this series, well, friends, I do thank you so much for participating. I know many of you do watch but do not leave comments, but I know that you're sending me your positive energy, and it is greatly appreciated. Until next time, we'll see you tomorrow.